Hey guys, what is up? This is Jen. Oh my god, it's been such a long time. It's been almost a year since I got back from Asia. And yeah, as you can see, I'm here in the States coming at you from my Seattle apartment. Just so much has changed in this year. As you can tell, this is a whole different form of video. And yeah, just something new that I'm trying. I hope you guys like it. Today, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a bit about the routines that I've adopted over this past year that I feel like work really well for me, that have helped me invite stability and structure into my life and kind of honor more natural cycles that we go through. And these routines were really helpful for this transition period, which was just coming straight out of college and after a lot of months of travel, just having more stability and settling down and living on my own for the first time. Anyway, back to the real topic of this video, routines. These aren't gonna be routines like my morning routine, my night routine, but these are routines that I feel like build resilience, help me kind of manage and balance my hormones, and overall just keep me from falling into a pit of despair, which I feel like is really easy to do when you're going through a period of change, like coming out of college and trying to figure out the rest of your life. So let's get into it. Okay, the first routine is seed cycling, and this was the easiest and tastiest routine for me to incorporate into my life. I used to have crazy mood swings throughout my cycle. Going from the follicular phase to the luteal phase, I feel like my mood would just drop like this. And I really think that after incorporating seed cycling, it's gotten a bit better. So if you're like me and you suffer from that too, then I would really recommend this. Basically what seed cycling is during your follicular phase, or your first half of your menstrual cycle, basically from the first day of your period to ovulation, that is when you want to eat pumpkin seeds and flax seeds. And the scientific reasoning behind this is that these seeds help promote estrogen, which is the main hormone that's going on in your body during this time. The second phase of this cycle is from your day of ovulation to the last day of your luteal phase, so the day right before you get your period. You want to eat sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. And these seeds basically help promote progesterone, which is the main hormone that's going on at this phase of your cycle. So pretty easy to remember. It's just two different types of seeds, the first half of your cycle and the last half of your cycle. And yeah, it's just promoting the hormones that are prominent in your cycle during this time. And the way that I like to do this in my daily routine is that every morning before I go work out, I'll go make my breakfast, which is usually a waffle. And I like to top these waffles with some jam and then the seeds that we're taking during that time of the month. And this can honestly get really tasty. I really love when it's my luteal phase and I'm just having like a tahini and jam waffle. It's kind of like a PB&J and I think it's so yummy. But yeah, this is one of my favorite routines, not just because it's tasty, and even if it didn't work, which I know some women out there don't really believe it works, I still think that's okay, because it's a really great reminder to you, like every morning, just what phase of the cycle you're at. And just being conscious of that, I think, can make a pretty big difference in your life, because I don't know, during my luteal phase, I feel like I'm always having these crazy judgy thoughts about people I see on the street, myself, and it's kind of like, why am I thinking these thoughts? Why am I being so judgmental right now? But then I remember, oh, I am in my luteal phase, so it's fine it'd be like that sometimes. And yeah, it's really good for making the connection, like what part of your phase do you feel the best, versus maybe you're more hard on yourself. Okay, the second routine I love is called Slow Coffee Sundays. Basically what this is every Sunday I give myself permission to sleep in, take the morning like so slow, like we're just making coffee on the espresso machine at home, or checking out a new place if that's something I'm feeling up to, and cleaning the apartment and just rest and resetting for the rest of the week. I think this is a routine maybe a lot of people already have, but for someone like me, I feel like I always am go, go, go. I don't want to spend any moment alone in my apartment. I would rather be doing something. So making being slow like a thing, like an aesthetic thing you can be doing, was just really helpful for my brain, and accepting like this is the time that we need to rest and recharge, and everyone needs to do this. We need to rest and recharge and reset and clean our space before the rest of the week. Otherwise, we're not gonna have as good of a week. I went to hot yoga the other day, and the instructor said something like that kind of blew my mind. And it was a weird yoga class because we were going in between Shavasana, which is like the pose where you just lie on your yoga mat and you're really still, like the corpse pose that is usually at the end of every yoga session. But yeah, we were basically going between Shavasana and then like a crazy pose like every 5 seconds. Like it would be like Shavasana warrior, Shavasana crow, Shavasana blah 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 blah, like, you know what I mean, instead of like just Shavasana at the end of the routine. And I was like, what is going on here? Like, I've never had a yoga class of this style. But then the instructor said something that really did blow my mind, and she was just like, it's so important to be able to go from rest to being on as fast as you can. Like, you don't want to have any of that latent energy that's kind of like, oh, I'm supposed to be resting right now, but I'm actually like I'm thinking about all the work that I have to do, and it's just not that restful. And you also don't want to be in like a working mode. Like, it's time to be in the office, like grind, get this shit done, and just be tired all the time. Like, you don't want to have that latent energy between rest and work / play. And yeah, I think that's something I've been trying to incorporate in my life more, trying to shift between rest and being on as fast as possible, so that you're not kind of stuck in this in-between state where really nothing is happening. You're neither recharging or you're being productive. Okay, the third routine is movement, and some of you may be like, girl, that is not a routine, but I'm just trying to say, like, every day find some sort of form of movement. Especially as a woman, I think we store so much energy in our hips, and it's important to like move it around, have it flow throughout your body. And the way that I really like to do this is via dance. I'm so fortunate to live in Seattle, where there is a pretty big dance culture. There's this studio that's like 2 blocks away from my place, and they have hip hop, contemporary, dance after dark, which is more like sensual movement, and just all these different styles that they make it so welcoming for you to go in and just have fun. And trying to do like 1 or 2 of these dance classes every week, it's just so great. Like, it's a social activity. It's also a great way to let the energy out of your body, because truly, if you're not moving, like, your energy is just sitting there. It's just sitting there stagnant, and you want to let go. You want to let go of the stale energy and invite some new, exciting prana, life force back in. Also, I feel like we look at movement as an expenditure of energy, and afterwards you'll feel really tired and your cup won't be full. But I feel like for me it fills my cup, and for some of you it might as well, where it's not necessarily always an expenditure. Like, sometimes after you work out you feel way more energized and ready to go, ready to be productive on whatever it is you're working on. So definitely movement every day is a non-negotiable for me. Okay, and the last routine I want to share with you guys is cycle journaling. This is my journal that I made. It is so cute. I made it at the start of, or the end of 2024 for 2025, and basically just got a bunch of stickers and like scrap paper and just designed it. And yeah, the fact that it's personalized is just, oh, I just love writing in it every day. Okay, what is cycle journaling? I swear I did not invent this concept, but in my head I invented it because I've never heard of it before. But also, like, there's no way people aren't doing this already. But essentially, it's a style of journaling that focuses on what day of the cycle you're at. By cycle, I'm talking menstrual cycle. And yeah, basically what I do is every day before bed, I journal. And the journal entry can just be about anything, like what I did during the day, like what is going on in my head right now. And I just make sure to know, like, at the top of the page, like what day of the cycle it is. So for example, it'll be like April 5th, follicular day 12, or luteal day 21. And I think that also, back to the awareness thing, it's just helpful knowing what part of the cycle you're at and how that is affecting what you're writing in the journal. It doesn't always, but sometimes it's good to see those patterns on, you know, how are my hormones affecting the way that I'm seeing the world right now and relating to the world. Because I feel like the biggest thing about journaling, it's not necessarily like keeping track of what you did during the day and all the cool things that happened. I used to never journal. Like, I used to be a journal hater because I was like, I'm taking photos, and my Google Photos, that is basically my journal because I know what happened on that day. But the reason why journaling is so key, and I just discovered this, is that it's not about what you did. It's not about remembering it. Maybe it is for some people, but I feel like the most important thing about journaling is you're really keeping track of your consciousness, your stream of consciousness, and how you're seeing the world. Because anything can happen to anyone. Like, random shit can happen to you or to me, but the difference between you and I is how we're relating to it, how we're narrating it. And you can see, like, when the words come to life on the page, how you're narrating and how you're viewing the world and how your brain is talking to yourself every single day. And it definitely keeps me more sane, because sometimes I'll be writing a journal entry and I feel like I had a really bad day. The journal entry is just, I hate blah, 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 blah. Oh, like, this is the worst day ever. And sometimes it feels like life is always going to be that way. It's always going to be painful and just terrible. But then I flip back like 3 pages to 3 days ago, and it's like, wow, the world is sunshine and rainbows. Like, I'm so excited. The world is my oyster. Just so happy about everything. So it's a good reminder that your feelings are not constant. Your feelings can change. And just because you're having a bad day one day, it's not going to be a bad day every day. But also, how I like to cycle journal is in the beginning of my cycle, like when I'm just starting my menstrual cycle, I like to write down everything that I'm thinking about during that cycle and everything that I'm trying to manifest into my life. And at the end of the cycle, I kind of reflect back on all those wishes from the beginning of the cycle and just kind of see how they developed, because they really do develop throughout the month. Sometimes they don't all get achieved and they actually change. Like, sometimes I see, oh, at the start of this cycle I really wanted a life partner, but then by the end of the cycle I'm like, wait, actually I don't want that at all. So sometimes it's kind of interesting seeing how they develop and how you achieve things throughout your life. Also, if you journal during your luteal phase, I feel like it literally exposes you, because you can't see it at the moment when you're writing, but when you go back and you read over it, it's kind of like, oh, why was I so caught up on that? That is where I need to do my shadow work. Yeah, overall, just a really great tool to be using, and I'm so glad I found journaling. Guys, I promise you, just try it for like 1 cycle. Try to do it every day, and it doesn't have to be like a long entry or anything, but like, I feel like you'll just discover a lot about yourself. And yeah, if you want to try the cycle journaling method, or if this already exists, please let me know down in the comments. Yeah, just let me know what you think. Okay, we made it to the end of the video. Those were all the routines that I wanted to share with you all. I hope at least some of it was helpful. And yeah, if you like this style of video, please do let me know. There will be some more coming. And yeah, I'm just hoping the style will be really chill, just talking to you all about the things I've been thinking about. And yeah, just random kind of post-grad thoughts. Maybe even some more travel videos in the future, since I'm planning on some trips for 2025. And yeah, it's so great to talk to you guys again, and have an amazing day. Bye.